Okay, so OpenAI just released a brand new Chrome extension for ChatGPT Codex. So basically, with this extension, it is now possible for the AI agents inside of ChatGPT Codex to use your Google Chrome browser, actually Chromium-based browsers, not just limited to Google Chrome. You can use the Brave browser, Opera browser, or even Microsoft Edge, because those are actually some examples of Chromium-based browsers. Now, essentially, once the extension installed, the AI agent can navigate to a web page. It can, let's say, post something on social media, interact with comments, or manage your emails, organize your files, etc. And sometimes this might be the only way to use AI agent to control or do something, especially when there is no API key, or perhaps there is no MCP, or maybe the website is just complicated and can only be understood when the AI agent, the assistant, can see what's going on the screen. So that's some scenarios when this extension can be very useful, and sometimes maybe the only ones to actually do the task. Now, if you want to get this extension, you can navigate to this official page, and don't worry, I'm going to put the link of this Chrome web store page in the description down below, and then you can click add to Chrome and click add extension. And again, this can be done using any Chromium based browsers. Now, after that, you can see that the Codex extension has been added to the browser, and I will just pin it so it's going to be easier to access. So if you open it, it should say connected, but if it doesn't say connected, I guess you have to set it up first, and there is going to be a button that you can click and you can follow the instruction on the screen. Usually it's very straightforward, very seamless. If you have the Codex app installed on your computer and you have to log into ChatGPT, then it should be fine. It should be a smooth sailing process. Now, after that, you can launch the Codex app on your computer, and then you can navigate to settings, and then let's click computer use. And this is where you can manage some permissions or block lists to the extension. And this can be quite useful and sometimes even mandatory. So I'm going to click manage, and again, you can control some permissions. And perhaps one thing here that's very important is the block domains. So ChatGPT, actually most AI models these days are still vulnerable to prompt injection. So when AI is able to visit a web page, and let's say in that web page contain a instruction, or basically it's prompt injection, so AI can mistook it as an instruction that was given by the user, and therefore it will follow it. And it could be just asking AI to reveal the API key, reveal the sensitive info, or anything that you might have been using personally. So you don't want that to happen. Now, according to ChatGPT, it is recommended to treat the page content as untrusted context and review the website before allowing Codex to continue or interact with the web page. So as another safety layer, you can add some block domains and also block AI from downloading something from certain websites. That's also a good thing. But again, that is not exactly mandatory. It is just a good safe practice. And in this case, I'm not going to do it because I'm not planning to access some random website. So I'm totally fine of not adding some block domains. But if you want, you can add some domains that AI should not allow to visit. Now, let me just go back to the app. And if you want to start using it, I do recommend to specify the name of the extension, actually the connection, called add Chrome. And then there's going to be a label computer use, meaning that it is now using the computer, of course. And this is the prompt that I'm going to use. Okay, so I want AI to open two tabs or pages at the same time on the Google Chrome browser, of course, and I want AI to draw something using the Canva tool. So yeah, it's basically using the tool. It's almost like asking robot to grab a brush and then start painting. It is actually very much the same. And also I want AI to navigate to Alibaba.com and then find me the cheapest mini PC with this specification. And of course, you can add multiple other tabs. You can ask it to fill out forms, to check your emails, to control something. It's basically, there are many things that it can do, because again, it is similar to a person working on a web page. They can interact with the menu, click on links, buttons, scroll up, scroll down, and that basically opens many possibilities about the things that AI agent can do on your computer. Now, let me just go back. And this step is quite important. I recommend to use the high variation, because in my personal experience, when I'm using the medium intelligence, sometimes it is not understanding or recognizing that it does have access to the Chrome browser. So my recommendation, at least for now, is just use the high or extra high intelligence, even though it might be just a simple task. But to make the tool more reliable, you can use the high intelligence level. And you can use the work, you can choose a folder, but that's not mandatory. So I'm not going to do that. And let me just send the message and just wait for AI to process the request, and it should start opening the pages that I have requested. Now, initially it will take quite a while, because it needs to check, some safety, check the instructions and, the system prompts, and then check the tools that it can use. And after that, it will start doing something. And not to mention, I'm using the high intelligence level. That's why it's going to be a slow process, but just wait. And I think at the beginning, when you're testing this out, I do recommend to monitor the whole process, because you don't want AI to accidentally open something that it is not supposed to open, or do something that it is not supposed to do. And I guess later you can create a sort of instruction markdown in the markdown format that later can be reused every time you want AI to do the task again. And usually it's going to make it a bit more consistent. Okay, so apparently Chrome is available through the extension. Good. Now it is opening the two tabs at the same time. Again, I'm not doing this. I'm not controlling the browser. So yeah, as you can see, it is just navigating to the web page and then searching me for a mini PC, and it is still trying to open Canva, which is kind of slow at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, it is able to control the browser. Now, one thing to know here is that it's going to be very slow. The AI agent is going to be very slow, because it has to understand the screenshot. It's going to capture the screenshot and then send it to the server, and then try to understand what are the links, the buttons that it needs to click, and then it has to do some action. Okay, so there is a problem with Canva. It's not from the AI, by the way. It's just the Canva server. For some reason, it doesn't work when I'm recording this video, which is strange. But basically, when AI is working on these pages, I do recommend to not do anything, to not interact with the page. You can still continue your work normally. You can open other pages, work on your document, and navigate to some websites normally. And perhaps the only thing that's a bit annoying is there are some tabs open. There's this group that's always be there when you are using the Codex extension, and also there is this debugging message, but you can actually just ignore it and everything should be fine. Now, again, it is very slow, so I think it's only good if you have a precise workflow that AI can follow, and perhaps for something that is not overly complicated, because when it is too complex, there is a good chance that it is not able to do the task. And also you might want to check the thinking process in the Codex app and make sure that it is actually not trying to do something that it is not supposed to do. So I guess I'll just skip a word. I'll just show you the interesting things that AI will do, because right now the Canva page is not opening. So I'll just skip a word. I'll show you the cool process that it's actually able to do. Okay, so it is now about to draw something. It's just selecting the color, because in my prompt I specifically want to have various colors on the page. So now I'm still waiting for it to draw something. Now, okay, it's not the best looking mountain that I have ever seen. And by the way, I actually have done this several times on various drawings. And from what I can see, it is actually able to use the tool quite decently, especially when the picture is not too complex. Now in this particular example, the picture is indeed somewhat complex. I have multiple requests or elements that I want to see on the picture. That's why it might take quite a while to finish, but it goes to show that it's not only able to click but also kind of dragging something on the screen, so that expands the capabilities of the AI agent. Now in the meantime, the Alibaba page that it is using right now, it's still browsing and trying to find me the cheapest mini PC, I guess. So I'm still waiting for it to finish. But yeah, as you can see, it is able to draw some clouds, and I guess it is going to draw the sun and then the stickman figures at the bottom. Yeah, that's a very typical kids drawing, but yeah, it's honestly really cool seeing AI doing something like this. Again, it is actually quite similar to a robot using, you know, a brush and then paint something on the canvas, which in this case actually Canva. Well, so yeah, it's really cool to watch AI doing something like this, although it's not the best looking. But yeah, that's basically the Codex Chrome extension for you. You can use it to do something on your behalf, to automate certain tasks, and I guess it's going to get better in the future. So I guess I'm going to give you an update on this channel. And speaking about that, if you want to see other things that you can do with AI, you want to see some future updates about AI, you can subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.